Charlison's going to strike from distance. Son in the box, Son to shoot. Good save from the goalkeeper. And it's a really good ball into Son. Can he make it two? Welcome back everyone, my name's Adrian and this is episode 5 in my FIFA 22 career mode with Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. And it is hot off the heels of what was an incredible ending to episode 4. A 6-0 win against Manchester United at home. I couldn't believe it. Literally, I spent pretty much the entire series of this career mode not being able to score more than one goal in a game. And then I go and knock 6 goals past Manchester United. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why it happened. But either way, it happened. And so let's take a look at how that then affects the Premier League table heading into this episode. We are in 3rd place now. We've managed to get ourselves into the Champions League spots. You've got City in top spot with 21 points, Liverpool in 2nd with 20, and we are only 1 point off Liverpool in 3rd with 19, but Chelsea in 4th also 19 points, and Aston Villa in 5th with 18. And with that loss, United are now down to 9th, but they have 15 points. They're actually only 4 points off us, to be fair, so any dodgy results this episode could send us right back down the table. And Arsenal, our North London rivals, are in 12th, so bit of a topsy-turvy start for them so far this season. Then you've got Leeds, Palace and Leicester City. Leicester, who are having an absolute shocker at the bottom of the table. But for this episode, you can see we've got the Europa Conference League theme going on, and we do have a jam-packed episode. We've got 5 games to play this episode. We've got a home game in the Europa Conference League. We've then got Everton away in the Premier League, Leeds at home, we've got Rennais away in the Europa Conference League again, and then we're going to finish up with an away game against Fulham. So I think I'm going to sim this Europa Conference League game. Definitely going to play the Everton game. I'm definitely going to play the game against Rennais. I'm going to try and get that win back after losing to them at home last time out. And in terms of Leeds and Fulham, I will sim one of these games. Not quite sure which one yet. It might be the Fulham game, might be the Leeds game. Not 100% sure. Probably be the Fulham game, but we'll see how we go. But anyway, enough of the talk. Let's get started with our very first match of the game. So as I said, I am going to sim this game, but before I do that, I can still show you my starting 11. And as you can see, I've pretty much rotated the entire team, barring Hugo Lloris, who has played every single game for us so far this season. So we've got Lloris in goal, Tanganga, Lacroix and Sanchez at the back, with Spence and Perisic in the wing-back positions, Bentancur, Skip, Brian Hill, and then Lucas Moura and Richarlison up front. So we're pretty much mirroring the opposition here in terms of our formation, and I'm pretty confident, home game, Europa Conference League, we should be able to get through this one without too many problems. And we do manage to get through a 4-2 win at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I said we weren't going to get through it, we were going to get through it without any too many problems, but they have managed to stick 4 goals past us. So, 2 goals past us, I should say. We stuck 4 goals past them. Brian Hill with 1, Perisic with another, Brian Hill with 2 actually, and Richarlison with the final goal in the 90th minute. So they did actually make it quite difficult for us, to be fair. They had it at 3-2 at one point, so a bit of a difficult game in the end, but we do manage to get through it, and now we can head straight on to our first Premier League game against Everton. So here we go then, away against Everton at Goodison Park, and as you can see for us, it's the usual lineup. Pretty much all of our first team players restored after a solid, spectacular win, I should say, against Manchester United. So we've got Lloris, of course, in goal, Longley, Dyer, Romero at the back, Royal and Sessegnon in the wing-back positions, Basuma, Højbjerg, Kulusevski in midfield, with Kane and Son up front. And as for Everton, you can see it's 4-3-3 for them. They've got Begovic in goal, Kenny at right back, Mikalenko at left back, Tarkowski and Keane in the centre. They've got Delph, Davies and Garner in the centre, with Townsend, Calvert-Lewin and Amari Gray making up the attacking trio. So here we go then, hopefully hot off the heels of a 6-0 win against Manchester United, we can go ahead into our first played game of this episode, and we can hopefully continue to let the goals flow at Goodison Park. So here we go then, Everton to kick us off, and I am hopeful. I'm going to set myself a target here of 3 wins out of 3 in the Premier League. I'm pretty confident we can do it. So we're going to start off here against Everton, and fingers crossed we can get this episode, played games in this episode, off to a good start. As Calvert-Lewin has it outside of our box, takes the shot, Dyer deflects it, and it goes off for the first corner of the game. Just as I was saying, I wanted to get off to a good start. Everton get off to a far better start than us. They have their first corner. They're going to swing this one in. We should get this away. We do just about, but only as far as Delph. But Kulusevski manages to get rid of that. And that is a ball through to Heung-min Son. He's got to be in here. It's got to be 1-0, surely. It is. It's 1-0 Tottenham Hotspur. Heung-min Son straight away inside the opening 10 minutes of the game. Our first counter-attack, pretty much our first touch of the ball. What a ball through from Dejan Kulusevski. And Heung-min Son makes no mistake. He was one-on-one with the keeper against Manchester United and he blazed it against the crossbar in the previous episode. This time, he does not make the same mistake. Smashes it into the top left-hand corner. Heung-min Son scores his 4th goal in 10 matches. We lead here at Goodison Park 1-0. Thank you very much. Longley has it. Gives it to Højbjerg. He's got a runner out wide. Kane gives it to Emerson Royale. Can he whip this one in? He can. Can Son get there first? No, he cannot. Basuma win that one in the air. He does. Højbjerg going to strike that from distance. Gone off the defender. And it is a corner for Spurs. Our first corner of the game. We are all over Everton at the moment in these opening 20 minutes. Son's going to whip this one in. It's Kane in. Gets his head to it, but it's not enough. Begovic will mop that one up. And Everton will get the ball away. But I'm pretty confident with how we're playing so far that hopefully we will be able to get another goal on the score sheet as Højbjerg gives it to Longley. He will now give it back to Højbjerg, playing some decent stuff. Is Sessegnon offside? He is not, but that was a terrible pass. What on earth are you doing, Sessegnon? Now Everton have the chance to break in Calvert-Lewin down the right-hand side. Is he going to be able to get across Dyer? No. Straight ahead of him. Sorry, straight into him. It's an Everton throw-in. Is he going to be able to cross this in? He's looking for options. Finds Davies. Ho, 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 ho. Good save from Lloris. That was the first real time we've been tested all game. Great shot from Demarai Gray. Romero not quick enough to get to him, and it was a top quality save from Hugo Lloris. And it's now Everton's second corner of the game. Townsend going to swing this one in. Sessegnon manages to get it clear, but only as far as Garner. To Fabian Delph, to Tarkowski. He finds Calvert-Lewin. Can't find the back of the net. Lloris with another good save. Another Everton corner. Pressure building here at Goodison Park. They've got the fans behind them. What can we do? Can we get the ball clear? We cannot, only as far as Garner. To Davies. He's going to strike from distance. Over the bar. And we will take that. That will hopefully alleviate some of the pressure on us at the moment, because Everton are really coming forward for us. And Hugo Lloris will take that short to Romero. For that Everton player, as Demarai Gray tries to play it across to Townsend, but Sessegnon is there. I've been really impressed with Sessegnon so far in this career mode. I think he's been really good in that wing-back position. Speaking of being really good, Højbjerg has made a really good run, and it's a really good ball into Son. Can he make it to... Oh, ho, ho. Yellow card for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but what a chance for Heung-min Son there. He had the option to shoot, which he took, but he did have the option of Kane in the box. I didn't take it. Shot, but it was a bad shot from Heung-min Son. Still remains 1-0 Spurs. Who can find Basuma? Hopefully we can be a little bit quicker moving the ball this time. Emerson Royale into Kane, finds the run of Son. Out-muscled by the defender. Very, very close there to another great opportunity. But either way, Everton now attack, and our midfield is gaping open. Garner easily takes the ball down, gets it back from Townsend, who gets it back from Garner, who gets it back from Townsend. Again, a bit of a bounce play there from Everton, but it doesn't matter. I can't get my words out. The game is happening too quick. Dominic Calvert-Lewin equalises for Everton. It's poor play from me. It's poor commentary from me. Can't get my words out. But either way, gaping hole in the midfield and in the centre of defence. Dominic Calvert-Lewin slots it past Hugo Lloris. And it's Everton 1, Tottenham 1 here at Goodison Park. They're right back in it. Højbjerg looking for the run of Sessegnon. That is a terrible ball from him. Gives it straight to the Everton defender, and they will play it straight across. That is a fantastic ball. Demarai Gray down to Calvert-Lewin. 2-1 Everton. What is my defence doing? Every single defender turns like an absolute truck. Acres of space for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Easy for Demarai Gray to head down to him. I don't know where Eric Dyer and Romero are, but look at that. Look, he's got absolutely acres of space. No one comes towards him. It's a great finish from him either way. But just like that, 1-0 up, in full control, Everton turn the game around. It's 2-1, and I think my plan of 3 Premier League wins out of 3 is hanging now by a thread, and it's only our first Premier League game of the episode. Sessegnon into Kulusevski, out to Højbjerg, looking for the run of Sessegnon, finds him. Can Sessegnon find anyone else? He can find Højbjerg again, into Kane, looking for the run of Basuma. Can Basuma strike? He can. It's a good save from Begovic. Everton just keeping in the game there. Big save from Begovic. That was a good chance from us. Trying to close the ball down. Højbjerg can't get there. We either can't find the final pass or we can't find the final shot. Kane has it here. Back to Basuma, looking for a run inside. Finds Heung-min Son. Turns well. Shoots. Good save from Begovic again to just keep Everton in this game. 15 minutes remaining, and I am going to make a substitution just before the corner here. I think I'm going to bring on Bentancur, and I'm going to bring on Lucas Moura on the left-hand side. He's done well for me in previous episodes on that left-hand side, so hopefully he can do the same thing here. Let's see what we can get from this resulting corner. Several substitutes to be made there, so I'm going to try and swing this in to the penalty spot. Hopefully Kane can get his head on it. He can. And hits wide of the mark. Royale wins that well. Basuma has it now to Kulusevski, looking for the run of Son. Finds Son. Son back to Kane, to Son. He's got the chance. He's got to score this. He does. Tottenham 2, Everton 2. We are back in the game here. Great stuff between Son and Kane. Little one-touch pass in between the two of them. And Son buries that into the right-hand corner for his second goal of the game, our second goal of the game. It's Everton 2, Tottenham 2 here at Goodison Park. Game on. Perisic has it. Looking for the run of... I was looking for the run of Emerson Royale, but it went to Kulusevski. Perisic plays the bounce pass to Bentancur. Looking for Kane. I was looking for the run of Lucas Moura, but tried to go through to Son, and they intercept, and Everton are away here. Mopé, does Longley have the pace? He does. Good defending from him. And hopefully we might just have one more chance here. Son going to try and play this through to Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura in the wing position. Can he get this through to Kane? He can. Kane's got to get there. Son. Oh, unbelievable. Just at the death. Just at the death. Kane was right there. All I needed to do was just dink it over the goalkeeper. He didn't get enough power on the touch. Great save from Begovic. He's made a couple of them this game. And it finishes Everton 2, Tottenham 2. We had great chances. We should have really won the game, to be honest. They only really had 2 solid chances that they scored from. But either way, that's another two points dropped here at Goodison Park. It finishes Everton 2, Tottenham 2. So on to Leeds United it is, and I have decided I am going to play this game. Leeds United are a big team. We are at home. I think it is probably the best game to play, and I will sim the Fulham game later on in the episode. But in terms of teams, as you can see, same team for me, same formation as usual. Again, I mentioned in the previous game, I was looking to try and see if I could fit Richarlison into this team somehow, but with Son scoring 2 goals in the previous episode, Kane getting an assist as well, and Kane's in decent form too, I just can't find a place for him. So again, he will have to stay on the bench for this game against Leeds. And as for Leeds, you can see their lineup, 4-2-3-1 for them. But looking at the players, this really is a game that we should be winning. So let's see how we get on at home. So Sessegnon will throw back to Longley. Gives it to Dyer, looking for Basuma. Finds him. Nice little turn. Kane into Kulusevski, looking for Son. Son in the box. Son to shoot. Good save from the goalkeeper. Thought Højbjerg was going to be able to get in there. Just couldn't get there in time. High press from Sessegnon there. We are all over Leeds to begin this first half, but they are going to be able to counter-attack here. Can they get away from Basuma? Yes, they can. They go down the line. Can Sessegnon get a challenge in? They end up going back, and we can try and regroup in defence. And Longley manages to pick that up. Surely that is a foul. How is that not a foul? The decisions sometimes these referees make are pretty baffling, but that decision there from the Leeds player was also pretty baffling. Just kicked it with his thigh out of touch. So we get the ball back and we can go again to get that one back for us. Dyer gives it to Kane, who gives it to Son, trying to give that to Kulusevski, but he just seemed to run over it here as Leeds have the counter-attack. It's 3 against 4. Romero, what are you doing? Silly ball to give away, and he's just let it run. And that is a shocking, shocking goal to give away. It's Harrison for Leeds. Leeds take the lead. It's 1-0. But Romero, what are you doing? A shocking piece of defending to give the ball to the Leeds attacker. And then just to let him run by you. Look at this replay. What is he doing? Just lets him run by. I'm pressing the tackle button. He does absolutely nothing. And it's Leeds 1, Tottenham 0. Looking for the run of Kane. I was looking for the run of Kane, but I found Son instead. Højbjerg looking for the run of Sessegnon. Is he onside? He is. He finds Højbjerg. Can Højbjerg get this into the box? He will be able to in a second. He does. Kane's there. What on earth was the goalkeeper doing? What on earth was the goalkeeper doing? The strangest dive I've ever seen, but it doesn't matter. Harry Kane gets us back into this game. It's 1-1 after some good build-up play from us. Look at this. What is the goalkeeper doing? He just completely dives in the wrong direction. Very, very strange there. It's the softest header I think I've ever had on FIFA. But it's gone straight down the middle. The keeper has dived away from it. Looks like he's been shot. Able to mop that one up. Harrison has it. He has been the standout figure for Leeds so far as he brings it in-field. Rocker into Rodrigo in acres of space in that cam position. Gerhard, good strike. Reese gets a solid hand to it and gets it away, but it was all too easy for Leeds there. Out wide, back to Rodrigo, but back to the winger. And that is good defending from Longley to stop the run coming forward. But that is a shocking pass. And Leeds have it back. So poor defensively from us at the moment. Can we get this away? Oh, that is so poor. Højbjerg completely outmuscled by Rodrigo, I think it was. It was. And Leeds have a second goal. Just absolute shoddy defending for both goals. Longley wins it back, gives it straight back to the Leeds attacker. Weak cross in. Højbjerg gets completely outmuscled. And Lloris, with a terrible bit of goalkeeping, just lets it loop over his head. Doesn't really make any effort whatsoever. And Leeds United are now 2-1 up. So here we go. First substitutions of the game. And I am going to switch this up. I've gone 4-3-3. And I'm going to bring on Lucas Moura and Richarlison. I'm going to stick Lucas Moura in the left-back position. I know that is a bit strange, but we have had success with him coming on at left wing-back. So let's see what happens in left-back as Kulusevski now picks it up. He's in the cam role. I've got Richarlison on the right-hand side. I've got Heung-min Son on the left-hand side, but nothing doing that time. The problem with this is we are going more attacking, but we are going to leave ourselves open defensively. And we have already been very poor defensively, even with 3 at the back. So God knows what is going to happen in this second half of the second half. As Lucas Moura poor defensively there. That is why he is not a left-back. Good block there. Leeds all over us. It's a good save from Hugo Lloris. I just can't seem to string 2 passes together here. Leeds will have a corner. They'll float this one in. Højbjerg gets it away. Can Kulusevski get there first? He can. And he's got options ahead of him. I'm going to play this through to Heung-min Son. He will now take this on. Can he take it on? He can. Looking for the run of Kane. Kane's in. That is a brilliant, brilliant goal. That is a brilliant counter-attack. Heung-min Son to Kane. It's the old duo back together again. And Harry Kane smashes that into the top left-hand corner to bring us right back into this game. It's 2-2. Lovely ball from Son. I thought someone was going to intercept that. And I thought the defender was going to get the block in from that Kane strike. But nonetheless, he managed to get it away. Absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper. And we are right back in this game. Harry Kane celebrates. I celebrate. It's Tottenham 2, Leeds 2. Let's see what we can do with 15 minutes left. Emerson Royale wins that well. Richarlison has space down the wing. I'm going to bring this inside. Look for Kulusevski. Looking for the run out wide of Lucas Moura. Can I get there? I can. Just in time. I'm going to try and swing this across. Lucas Moura. Richarlison. Couldn't quite get there. Is that going to be a corner or is that going to be a goal kick? I think, annoyingly, it's a goal kick. The story of our season. Every time we get in a good position, the pass is poor. Romero out wide to Lucas Moura. What can we do here? Down the line, Son into Kulusevski. Looking for the run of Richarlison. Can Richarlison get there? He can. is Richarlison. I'm going to strike here. Richarlison off the post. Oh, chance for his first Premier League goal. Couldn't take it. And that is that. What a chance at the end of the game. It's Tottenham 2, Leeds 2. Another draw here. Another 2 points dropped. My theory or my aim for wanting to get 9 out of 9 points for our Premier League campaign this episode has really gone out the window. We can't buy a win this episode so far in the games we're playing. 2-2 again. Another game where we had good chances, but we were pretty poor defensively. And so it ends 2-2. Another 2 points dropped. Can't afford to do this in our race for Champions League football. So here we go then. Our third played game of this episode away at Rennais in the Europa Conference League. Of course, if you did watch a previous episode, you'll know we did lose 1-0 at home to them in the previous game. And so we are out to try and avenge that loss here. You can see we've gone with the same formation as we usually do. And full rotation once again, everyone being rotated apart from Hugo Lloris. As for Rennais, they are 4-3-3, so hopefully we shouldn't get outnumbered in midfield. We might get outnumbered out wide, but let's see how we get on here in our final played game of this episode. We win that back. Richarlison looking for the run of Bryan Gil, who just gets taken out by Amari. A deserved yellow card there. He's lucky just to get yellow. Possibly that could have been a red. That was a horrendous challenge there as I was through on that left-hand side. That is a shocking block. Just takes him completely out. We will get a free kick as a result. Perisic will have this now. Bryan Gil in the centre of the park. That is another shocking challenge, and it's a yellow card again from for their centre-back. Pretty shocking challenges flying in early doors in this game. I don't know what they're playing at. That is a red card. That is a disgraceful challenge. How on earth is that a yellow card? He's made no attempt to play the ball. He's absolutely taken Bentancur out. Very, very lucky there. And I am absolutely useless at free kicks here. So I'm going to call a second taker. See what I can do just to try and roll it to him. Richarlison's going to strike from distance. Good save from the goalkeeper. Can Lloris keep this in? Can Lucas, keep this in? He can. He gives it to them, but Richarlison wins it back. Looking for the run out wide. Jed Spence should hopefully get there. He does. Can he whip this one in? He can. Bryan Gil's in. Smallest man on the pitch. The only man in the box. Manages to get his head to it, to be fair. But it's not the best head, and it's out for a goal kick. Martin has that. Laborde. Maya. Good challenge from Lacroix. Bryan Gil looking for the run. Can't really find many options. Bentancur finds Spence though. Spence an acre of space. Can we pick up the right ball? It's out wide. It's Richarlison. It's Tottenham 1. And we have a goal. He does the pigeon dance. It's Spurs 1, Rennais 0. And it is a brilliant, brilliant volley from Richarlison. Jed Spence in acres of space on the right-hand side. Found the right ball. And Richarlison, unmarked at the back post, smashes it in with his left foot on the volley in the near post. Keeper possibly could have done better, but the power was too much. And we lead here in France 1-0. Skip tries to win that in midfield, but doesn't. The striker has it. They give it off again. The ball is there. That's a good save from Lloris. Will they get it back? It's off the post. It's out for a corner. Got very, very lucky there. They just played it around us in midfield. That's the Richarlison goal. But speaking of Rennais, they are going to now have a corner. As I said, they were playing us around in midfield. Striker gets his head on the ball first, but fortunately it deflects off the defender and Lloris will catch that. Bryan Gil, the smallest man on the pitch, will take it. But it's to no one. But Bentancur will pick this up at the edge of the box. Gives it to Lacroix. Looking out wide for Perisic. Finds Bryan Gil. Good ball in. Lucas Moura. Needed Richarlison there. Lacroix wins that back. Bentancur back to the defender. Gives it to Richarlison. I'm just looking for options here. Bryan Gil finds Perisic. Can I get this back in? Thought Richarlison was going to be able to make that then. He's not. And Rennais just managed to get it away. Almost two. Getting closer here. We cannot let this good play slip as we are about to go into half-time. Just got to make sure we keep this at 1-0 going into half-time. And we will. Half-time here. It's Rennais 0, Tottenham 1. Spence now picks that up. I'm looking for options, but no one is making space for me, and I've got to go back to my centre-backs. Japhet Tanganga out wide. Skip will pick this up, looking for the run of Richarlison, who's looking out wide. Finds Jed Spence. Can he find Mora? He can. It's 2-0 Tottenham. That is a brilliant, brilliant goal. Jed Spence again involved down that right-hand side, finding acres of space. Manages to get the ball in. Passed it across the goalkeeper. Lucas Moura on his own. Easy tap-in for him. And we now lead 2-0. Here's the replay. I thought Spence had just overrun it. I thought the goalkeeper was just going to get there. But fortunately, the pace of Jed Spence at right back manages to get there ahead. Passes it across to Lucas Moura. And that's his first goal of the game. It's our second. And we lead here 2-0. Bentancur has it. Sanchez makes the run. Looking for the ball to Spence. It's so poor again. These passes on this game so far have been so poor. Myers in here. Does Lacroix. Gives it back to Laborde. That's an overhit pass once again. Lloris will mop that one up. Tanganga will have it. To Lacroix. Got 10 minutes left of this game. I'm yet to make any substitutions, and to be honest, I don't really think I will. Jed Spence finds Lucas Moura, who finds Brian Hill. Can he find Richarlison? He can. Is Richarlison on? No, he is not. The pass just a couple of seconds. A little bit too late. Just waited a little bit too long, Brian Hill, to make that pass. It was first time. But unfortunately, Richarlison offside. And they will bring this in field. And I think a lot of my players are very, very tired right now. There's a lot of slow runs here. Perisic now out wide. Can he make that ball? He can. Gives it in field to Richarlison, who finds Bentancur, who finds Skip. It's Tottenham 3. It's our third goal of the game. It's Oliver Skip with, I think, his first goal of this campaign in the 90th minute. That will wrap the game up. 3-0 Spurs here in France. We have avenged our 1-0 loss in the previous game against Rennais, and that should take us up to the top of this Europa Conference League group. So a solid game for us. That will be the end of the game. It's a 3-0 win here in France. I think we've been pretty good going forward defensively. A few passes going here, there, and everywhere during that game, but it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the scoreline, and it's 3-0 Spurs, and that will take us to the top of the summit in the group stage. And I was right, that will take us to the top of the group. Rennais dropped down to second place. We're on level on points with them, but we do have a better goal difference, having scored 12 goals. So we're scoring goals for fun in the Europa League. Premier League, a little bit more difficult, although we have scored 2 in both games we've played so far. But speaking of the Premier League, it is now on to our final Premier League game of this episode, and it is a game against Fulham, as I get an inquiry about managing the Polish national team. Unfortunately, very random, but I will reject that offer. I've got one for Finland as well. I will reject that too. They haven't really sorted that. They've been doing that for years. You get these random offers for international teams right at the start of your Premier League management campaign. So it is very, very odd. But either way, we are focused on the Premier League. We're focused on Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. And we're focused on Fulham in the upcoming game. We are going to keep the lineup the same. Richarlison and Lucas Moura doing their confidence wonders in that last game against Rennais, but unfortunately they will drop back down to the bench as they are pretty tired. I've got no one else really who I want to add to the bench, so I will keep my normal starting lineup. But Richarlison is definitely knocking at the door to try and get a game here for our starting 11 in the Premier League. But as you can see, we have gone for the normal lineup. It's 3 at the back. You can see the normal starting 11. As for Fulham, they're 4-4-1-1. Carlos Vinicius, former Tottenham loanee, leads the line for them. Let's see what they can do at Craven Cottage here in our final game this episode, and it is our final simmed game of this episode too. And frustratingly, it is another draw in the Premier League. This time 1-1 here at Craven Cottage. Eric Dyer with the only goal for us in the 5th minute. Looks like Harry Kane, he missed a penalty. I think that's what that icon means. Mitrovic, he got the response, he got the reply in the 69th minute, but Again, not good enough for us. We need to be doing better than that. And I wonder what impact that will now have on our Premier League standing. And in terms of our Premier League standing, it has not done us any favours whatsoever. 3 draws on the bounce mean we come out of the Champions League places and we drop down to 6th. And not only that, but it's 3 games we really should be winning. Everton, Leeds and Fulham are 3 games you would really expect us to pick up 9 points for. I thought we were going to pick up 9 points. I set that target at the start of the episode. Maybe I jinxed it. I don't know. But either way, 3 points from a potential 9. We drop out of the Champions League points, out of the Champions League places, I should say, down into 6th position. Liverpool, they take the lead at the top of the table with 27 points. Aston Villa, Steven Gerrard doing a phenomenal job at Aston Villa 13 games in. They're level on points with Liverpool, 2nd in the league above Manchester City, who can only settle for 3rd. And Manchester United must have had a monumental episode as they have got themselves up into 4th. I'm going to try and see what sort of games they played. Can I see? They beat City 1-0, big game for them. What else? They beat Nottingham Forest 2-1. And they played Chelsea and they beat Chelsea 2-1. So some tough games for them, but they got through it, and that means they're up into 4th. So they are right back in the challenge, right back in the hunt for these top 4 positions. So makes our life a hell of a lot difficult. Even Wolves overtake us. They are on 23 points. Chelsea behind us in 7th place. West Ham in 8th. Arsenal, our North London rivals, down in 11th. So they are still struggling here in the Premier League. And down at the bottom, speaking of struggling, Crystal Palace in 18th, Leicester City in 19th. They managed to get themselves off of bottom of the table. Nottingham Forest down in 20th with 9 points. So, bit of a difficult episode for us in the Premier League. A solid episode for us in the Europa League. We do pick up 2 wins and we do go top of that group. As I said, we avenged the loss against Rennais by beating them 3-0. But for our Premier League campaign, a lot of work to do in episode 6. And as you can see with the calendar of episode 6, we have a jam-packed episode. I think it's going to be a long one. We've got Brentford at home in the Premier League. We've got Bournemouth at home as well. Another Europa Conference League game. I will sim that one. Brighton away, Leicester away, Liverpool at home, Palace at home, and Southampton away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games to play in episode 6. That is going to be a jam-packed episode. I will have to sim maybe 1 or 2 of those games, maybe even 3, so that the episode doesn't go on for about 2 hours long. But either way, a lot of action in episode 6 and a lot of action here. Not the best action in terms of our Premier League standing, but lots of goals, lots of points in the Europa League. I hope you enjoyed episode 5. Hopefully we can do better in the Premier League in episode 6. Thanks everyone for watching. If you did like this episode, please feel free to like and subscribe. It will do the channel the world of good. But if not, I'll see you tomorrow for episode 6.